Hello, I'm Egidio Deliu, and welcome to another episode of Sports Playback, the show that brings you the best highlights, scores, and matchups from Leuzinger, Lawndale, and Hawthorne. Let's dive in because we have a packed show for you today as we get you ready for Week 10 action, and we will preview the playoffs. First up, let's take a look back at last week's results. The Leuzinger Olympians played host as they welcomed to Olympian Field the unruly North Torrance Saxons. This was a game that was a thriller as Leuzinger took the game to halftime all tied up at 14-14, but in the second half the Saxons picked up their game and squeaked by the Olympians, winning 35-20. Next up, Lawndale at El Segundo for the Battle of the Ocean League supremacy. Let's check out the highlights. After El Segundo fumbled, Lawndale with the ball. Murray hands off to Austin Manigo, and he bulldozes in the end zone for a Cardinals touchdown. Manigo in his first game back since the shoulder injury puts up Lawndale 7-0. The Eagles looking to answer no bar with the handoff to Miguel Wagner-Baguez, who runs it in with a 2-yard touchdown, tying the game up at 7 apiece in the first quarter. We pick it up in the second quarter, Eagles up 14-7. Murray hands off to number 7, Austin Manigo, who once again ties it up 14-14 with a 3-yard touchdown run. Eagles turn on offense, Lars Newbar drops back and throws a bomb right in the end zone. Who else but number 3, Miguel Wagner-Baguez. Touchdown Eagles, they lead 21-14 at the half. In the third quarter, Eagles clicking on offense. Newbar hands off to Wagner-Baguez, and he is shifty right through the defense. Touchdown Eagles, a 29-yard run. Fast forward in the fourth quarter, Lawndale looking for a comeback. On third down, Murray with a reverse handoff to Jalen Walker, and he is stopped short of the goal line. Fourth down coming up. One last shot for the Cardinals. The crowd was hyped and on their feet. Murray looks to throw intended for B.J. Perkinson, but his pass is deflected, and the Eagles get the ball back and would score one more time, winning this one 35-14. With the win, El Segundo takes first place in the Ocean League. The atmosphere was electric last Thursday night, and both teams showed up to play. In the end, El Segundo continued their magical season, remaining undefeated. I caught up with Coach Mathieson after the game to get his thoughts on this matchup.
Just play football. We came out here tonight. We took some gambles. We weren't quite prepared, and you know when sometimes you gamble, you lose. So we just got to play good fundamental football next week. Do what we do best, and then we shouldn't have any issues.
A rough Thursday night for the Cardinals, but the very next night, the Hawthorne Cougars welcomed the winless Culver City Centaurs for a Halloween showdown. Was it trick or treat for the Cougars? Let's find out. The ghost of last year's past looked to haunt Hawthorne as Culver City didn't bring any treats. Polk Anthony with the quarterback keeper runs it in and gets a push from his team right into the end zone for a Culver City touchdown. They lead 7-0. The Centaurs on offense once again. Anthony drops back, tosses a screen pass to Donovan Davis, who catches it and then escapes from an ankle tackle and makes his way into the end zone. Touchdown Culver City. They are up 14-0, shocking everyone in attendance. Hawthorne forcing Culver City to punt on fourth down, but a bad snap goes all the way into the end zone. The punter kicks the ball out of the end zone, and that is a penalty. That results in a safety, putting Hawthorne on the board, but still down 14-2. We pick it up in the fourth quarter now. Hawthorne down 35-2. Jacobo out of the shotgun, looks to throw in the end zone, and connects with Paris McDaniel, who makes a great catch and scores the only touchdown on the night for Hawthorne. The Cougars would also convert on the 2-point conversion, but would go on to lose this one 35-10 on Halloween night. It was a spooky night for the Hawthorne Cougars as they treated Culver City to their first win of the year. The young Cougars were outmatched in this one, but Coach Paysinger remains optimistic. Sebastian Spencer caught up with Coach after the game.
You just keep talking to him, motivate him about playoffs opportunities and stuff.
A tough loss for Hawthorne last week. Now, before we get you set for Week 10 action, let's check out the playoff scenario. Leuzinger is 0-4 in league and is out of playoff contention. In the Ocean League, the Lawndale Cardinals are well into the playoffs as they are 3-1 and tied for second with Santa Monica. If Lawndale wins, they are in. Hawthorne is currently tied for third in league and unfortunately cannot qualify for the playoffs. All right, it's time to preview this week's matchups, and we have another great lineup. First up, the 3-6 Leuzinger Olympians are staying home again this week as they welcome the 2-7 Centennial Apaches to Olympian Field. Both teams are at the bottom of the Pioneer League with 0-4 records, and both teams will look to end the regular season on a high note. Now, this week's Game of the Week features a crosstown rivalry as two of our teams go into battle against each other. The 3-6 Hawthorne Cougars made their short trip to Lawndale to take on the 5-4 Cardinals. Hawthorne's coming off a loss to Culver City that I'm sure they want to forget. Last week, Pierce McDaniel caught a touchdown pass late in the game for the only Cougars touchdown of the night. He needs to show up big tonight as he prepares to play his final game in his high school career. The Lawndale Cardinals are also looking to bounce back as they will have to benefit from the home crowd cheering them. The Cardinals' Austin Manigo is back and healthy, and in his first game last week had 2 rushing touchdowns. Tonight, look for Manigo and Murray to play huge roles. All right, I'm done talking. I want to see some football. I'll be joining the guys on the field in just a little bit. So, for the Sports Playback crew, I'm Egidio Deliu. Guys, take it away.